Hello.
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 Hello. Nick.
Hi, Kelly.
It's already episode 2 here.
Episode 2.
Season 3,
The weeks are flying by.
Well, you know what they say. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
Right?
And in 10 years, people are going to look back and go, wow, that was only season 3? Look how young they were.
I know. Oh my God. This chair will be replaced with my wheelchair.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
Not in 10 years, no. Okay. So, well, welcome back.
Thank you.
Yes. And I'm super excited. Today we have Alyssa Durham.
Durham. Yes.
See,
Yep.
I said it right. Okay. I always get nervous about if I'm going to say it right. And Alyssa is with Birdie Co.
Oh.
Birdie Co. So we're going to hear all about that. But first, we're going to have our little lady do her intro.
In the know in the 920.
There we go. There we go. Every
Always
week.
a great time.
No, I'm going to save that forever.
Really
My
lifts
daughter
my
recorded that a
spirits.
couple years ago, and it's just like I just want to bottle that voice up and keep it
Yeah.
forever. You know?
I know, I get it.
Yeah. All right. Well, Nick, do we have any real estate news to talk about? I mean, the only thing that I would like to say
There's a
is
lot.
that we had a listing this weekend that got 7 offers. So
Yeah.
the market,
Amazing.
I'm here to say, people, the spring market, I think, is already
And
sprung.
Alyssa had one that had 4 offers at a slightly higher price point than ours. So
Alyssa on our team.
Yeah.
Yes, not to confuse
Sure,
anybody
I
with
mean,
this.
I
but
could maybe-
she's like, okay,
I could
me,
just jump
yeah.
in, sure.
But
go,
yes,
Alyssa.
Alyssa on our team had one with 4, and we had one with 7, and that's just awesome because I think all signs are pointing to another really great year,
Yeah.
really healthy
Crazy.
market. So if you're even thinking about doing something this year, whether it's selling, buying, I honestly think it's a smart idea to have the conversation sooner rather than later. Even if you're not going to do anything for a couple months yet, I'm meeting with a lot of people that are just starting to plan, but that way we're getting a plan in place
yeah.
so that we can attack when the time is right.
Yeah, we're
Right?
sort of at like our Groundhog Day moment of the year where all the buyers are kind of poking their heads out of
Yes.
their little holes and they're
Yes.
going,
Seeing what's going on.
Uh-huh.
Is
What's
it time to
happening?
buy?
I'm
Do I
here
wait
to
6
say,
weeks?
I think it's going to be, do I wait 6 weeks? Is it time to buy? It's time. It's time.
Yeah.
Buyers are out in full force. Interest rates are the lowest that they've been in quite some time. And I just think it's going to be another really great year for real estate. So
yeah.
What location is like booming right now in the Fox cities?
Ooh.
that's a really good I would say, honestly, I mean, Appleton is obviously super hot. Like 54915 is,
Oh, yeah.
Kimberly School District is really hot.
Okay.
Kimberly, North
Neenah.
Appleton.
Yeah,
and
North
Neenah.
Appleton and
Okay.
Neenah. I would say those are the 3 really big ones.
We've had, shockingly, a lot of people in Menasha recently, too. Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot going on in Menasha.
yeah.
There really is.
It's
And-
just not a big city. It's
Well, right.
not growing outward at all.
But
so.
like the downtown, let's face it, downtown Menasha has gotten so
Yeah, cute.
cute. Props to, the mayor and everybody there that has done such great things with the city of Menasha because it's gotten really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kimberly's
small
next. Our
businesses.
downtown in Kimberly really needs to.
Revitalize.
We're working. Yes, we're getting there. We're getting there.
It is getting there.
It's getting better. It's getting better. All right. Well, anyways, that's what's happening in the real estate world that I can say is just that I think it's going to be a great year. And if you're even thinking about it, if you've been on the fence, I think it's time to make that call to us now. And at least just, let's have a conversation,
Yeah.
see where things are at, see what your house is worth, all of that, because it's going to be a really hot year. So that's what I got. That's what I got for real estate. All right. Well, let's talk to Alyssa at Birdie
Yeah.
Co.
Yes.
Alyssa, you're the owner, I'm assuming.
I am. My husband and myself are the owners, correct?
That's so great. Okay, so when did you guys get started?
So we got started in, I have to think of my years now, 2022.
Okay. After COVID. AC,
After
as I
COVID.
call it. After
Yes.
COVID. There's BC
Yep.
and AC.
So BC, I grew up baking.
Okay,
My uncle had a restaurant in Kokana that
Okay.
I worked at growing up.
cool.
So I kind of got into the food side of things there.
Yep.
went and did business classes and things like that.
Sure.
Really tried to figure out my way through
Yep.
college. When I was in college, I was doing a lot of baby showers and bridal showers, doing a lot of cupcakes and things like that.
Sure.
I actually came home at semester once and I asked my parents if I could drop out and go to culinary school.
Aw.
And they were like, absolutely not. You need your 4-year degree. So here I am. Got a 7-year degree out of a 4-year. Yeah.
I love
4-year
it.
degree out of a 7-year.
Good for
trip.
you.
We got
Preaching
there.
to the
though,
choir
you know?
here.
Got
Yeah,
there. I
we
know. I was
got
going to
there.
say, it took me quite some time as well.
It
so,
happens.
And now
So-
I'm a realtor, so it's like great.
Don't
But I
even
mean,
need it.
like you said, it's good to have all of the
Yes.
knowledge. It all helps.
Yep, exactly. So then I graduated from college and then I started a family. So I had
Okay.
a daughter, was in the corporate world, kind of bounced around the corporate world a little bit
Sure.
in recruitment.
Okay.
And then got back into it. I had my second daughter and was like, I'm bored, like every person does
Yeah.
on maternity leave, And,
I know very well. Yes.
Yep. So then I started getting into baking again, and my neighbors were like, "What are you doing? You can't keep giving us this stuff. You need to start selling it." So I got back into it then.
You must sell this. It's so good. I love that. I love that.
So yeah, that was June of 2022. We were Little Birdie's Treats at that time.
Okay.
So
okay.
we then evolved by November into Little Birdie's
Okay.
Treats and Coffee.
Okay.
My husband joined me doing coffee.
Okay.
And we were just like on 8-foot tables. We were carrying the espresso machine everywhere we went.
that.
Like, had no clue what we were doing.
Sure.
Whatsoever. But he loved
That's how the
coffee
best
and
businesses
I
start.
loved to bake.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love that.
So that was June. By March of the next year, we got a trailer.
Okay.
It was
So March of 23.
Of 23.
Okay.
We got a trailer. We were working out of a commercial kitchen.
Okay. Cool.
Because you need to be licensed
Sure.
in order to have a mobile unit and things like that.
Yep.
So we had a 1965 Shasta, super cute little compact
love
trailer
that.
that we retrofitted to be
Yep.
a drivable, workable unit. So that was 2024. By December, no, I'm sorry, 23.
Yep.
I'm trying to go through all of this. By December of 24, we ended up growing out of that commercial unit.
Okay.
And then opened up a shared commercial kitchen downtown Appleton called the Coop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. We've talked about the Coop before.
I believe
on our
we mentioned like,
podcast.
oh, this new place opened.
Yes.
Yeah, that's us.
Yep. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we then moved everything down there.
Okay.
It's a dedicated shared space.
Sure.
So it's 2,100 square feet of just open space for there's 6 prep tables and there's equipment that everybody can use and a hood
Sure.
and a range and ovens, everything,
Sure.
so that new businesses, small businesses that have never done it before,
Right.
don't have to put all of that capital
I love
into
that.
starting their business.
I love that. So you share the space with other
Yes.
small business.
Small businesses, food trucks.
Yep.
So Sabi Culinary Services is with us. We've got Comfort City. They do catering. We have Periodic Caramels. We've got Epic Roastery. We've got a range of different, and then
Yeah.
you get into like the more ethnic cuisine.
Sure.
And we've got some Afghani food, some African food, some Peruvian food.
That's so cool.
Yeah. It's just a really great kind of mix of all these different businesses. And
Yeah.
you learn a lot about different people, their background, their culture.
Yes.
And it's just it's a really fun place to be. I
That's
think.
such a cool concept. Okay. So I'm going to ask you some more questions about that in a
Yeah.
minute. But that was 2024.
That was
you said.
2024. So we opened
Okay.
that April 1st of 25.
Okay.
I'm sorry, April 1st of 2024.
24. Okay.
And then we were through last season, 2025 was just a normal season.
You're like, for once,
I
we're just
know.
going to have a year where we're not going to, yep.
That's what I said. I told my husband
Honestly,
we're done.
I hear you.
for a
I
little
want to
bit.
have that year in real estate. We've done a lot of moving locations and switching databases and
Yes.
all the
Yeah.
things. And
The
I'm like,
behind the
this
scenes
year,
stuff.
I do not want any major project.
Yes.
I just want to focus on actually selling real estate.
You're recorded on video saying that.
I
now.
know. Now it's got to happen. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold me to it.
Delete the tape, Kylie.
Yeah.
Roll it back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so so that was, we were just going to have a regular year
Yep.
and be good. Farmer's market, summer is always crazy. We were coming home from farmer's market one day, the weekend of Labor Day, and my husband ended up getting hit. A car pulled out in front of him.
What?
Oh my.
So the
Gosh.
truck and the trailer were both totaled.
Oh,
So that literally like stopped everything.
Well, yeah.
It's our entire business. It's our entire livelihood, right? So funny enough, probably that week or two prior to that, we actually ended up buying a second truck.
Okay.
So that we could make that into a second unit. And the week of this happening, we ended up signing the lease to a location for a brick and mortar in Greenville.
Okay.
Because Greenville doesn't have a coffee shop, where you can go
Sure,
and sit down
sure.
and maybe do some work or
Yep.
whatever.
Yeah. It's a great spot for it.
Yeah. So it all kind of happened all at once. And
Yeah.
we really kind of buckled down and got the coffee shop up and running. So that's called The Nest in Greenville.
Okay. The Nest.
The Nest, yeah.
That's so cute. I love
I've
that.
actually seen that place.
I love that.
The old Subway.
Yeah.
Birdie Co. and the Nest.
Yeah.
That's cute.
So our trailer was Birdie.
Okay.
Her name was Birdie. And now because we have so many kind of different businesses under one, we've just switched to Birdie Co.
Yep.
Because we have our brick and mortar.
Yep.
We're working on a new truck.
Sure.
We have an espresso machine, like an espresso cart as well.
Okay.
That can go indoors at different events instead of
Sure.
having to go outdoors and things like
Yeah.
that.
I love that.
So for hospitals, it's really nice because
Sure.
people need to stay scrubbed in or inside.
Yep.
So things like that. And
Yep.
we do catering. So yeah,
That's
it's just
awesome.
made sense to evolve to that.
That is so great. I
It
love
seems like
this.
you've had some time to put some thought into this.
It seems like you've done a couple of things in the
Yeah.
last, 4 or 5 years.
Oh, yeah, it's been
Not
a lot.
even 3 years.
been a lot.
2022 it all started.
It did.
Yeah.
yes.
Which
So
would be
3
4 years ago
Almost-
now.
Oh,
Almost
4
4 years,
yeah.
yeah.
Now we're in 2026.
Yeah.
Welcome to 2026,
I know.
Kelly. Okay. Yeah, but still, I mean, when you really think about that, that's a lot.
It is a lot.
That's
yes.
a lot
I mean,
in
it's,
that time.
my husband and I both leaving our jobs.
Yeah.
And
So tell me a little bit about that. When did you, okay, wait. So you were on maternity leave when you,
Yes.
So were you planning at that time to go back to your corporate job?
I was.
Okay.
So, and I shouldn't even really say maternity leave. I was working for a company over in the UK.
Okay.
And was the director of FP&A recruitment over there.
Okay.
And I went back to work like 3 weeks, 4 weeks after I had my daughter, just because I'm like, I'm remote. It's fine. She's
Yeah.
here.
Right, right.
Should have taken the time, but it's
I
fine.
hear you. I know.
So then in June, it was just I need something else. I need to like get back to feeling like myself again and baking sourdough and all of that
Yeah.
was kind of the way to do it.
Sure.
And it just So from there, I worked for probably another year, and then I went down to part-time.
Okay.
And then it was about another 6 months. April was when I was for sure done, because then I was doing everything over at the Coop. I was
Gotcha.
working that business
Sure.
as well as Little Birdies.
Right.
And then from there, my husband joined me January of 2025.
Okay.
To be
So that was
full-time.
more recent.
Yes.
That's so cool though. Like
Yeah.
when you get to that point where it's like, all right,
Hey, it's
we're
gonna
gonna
work.
make this leap.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it going to work? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Well,
Scary.
listen, in my brain, honestly, I'll be thinking, is it going to work until the day that I stop?
Yeah.
But I think
absolutely.
that's part of what like keeps us motivated and going too, right?
Yeah, because
when it's
you can always do better.
Right.
You can always
Yeah.
achieve more.
Yes.
So why stop?
Exactly. It's fun. Well, and I think that's why they say, like, if you really look at, like, some of the wealthiest people, and I'm talking about really wealthy people here, it's like people will say, well, why don't they stop working? Well, they don't stop working because it's just not who they are. They're not wired that way.
Yep.
You know, they might be doing different things, different projects, but, like, you don't see them just completely quit.
Exactly.
Because it's fun.
Although it would be nice to think like, oh yeah, I've got $1 billion. That's enough.
I mean, you're right.
I'll just go sail on my yacht for
Listen,
a couple decades.
I feel that I could at least take a year off and travel. I would be.
Do you think you would though?
You might summer somewhere, maybe.
Yeah, probably not. You're right.
Yeah.
It's
so hard.
Listen, he knows this. Every single time that I ever go on a vacation, and I'm going again the end of January, I always say, okay, guys, this time, I tell my team managers, this time I'm really going to just check out. You guys got this.
You've gotten a lot.
I've gotten a lot
better.
I've gotten
It
a
used to
lot
be that
better.
you were like glued to the phone. Every
Correct.
text was responded to in seconds.
Yes.
And now you're like, when I sit down, I will
Correct.
go through them.
Yes, I've
for you.
gotten a lot better.
for you.
It
That's a
happens.
good boundary to
it's a
have.
process, you know.
I am not there. So
See, you will-
teach me your ways.
Okay. Yeah.
It'll happen.
I need help.
I literally say all the time, like, I feel like at this point I should do some sort of a, like, especially like women and small business, like, class. And my class is going to be called What Not to Do I'm just going to teach everybody about all the things that I've done wrong. Because that's where I've really learned the big lessons of
It
like,
is.
I mean, there was one year I was at Disney World and I was, and that's where we're going again next week. And I was walking down like Main Street and fireworks were going off and my kids were like, Mom, look. And I'm like, hang on, I just got a quick, and it's not life change. It's not in the grand scheme of things. I can't tell you who that person was that I was talking to.
Yep.
I can't tell you that it certainly didn't change the course of my life or my business. But it sticks out as a memory that I wasn't present with my kids.
And that is on mom guilt.
Yes.
Right?
Well, yeah.
We could
Oh
get
yeah.
into
Oh,
all of
that's
that.
for sure.
Yeah.
Forever. Right.
Yep.
And some of that you have to then say too, like, okay, I've, you know what? I'm also though teaching my kids great lessons about running a business and hard work and all of the things that go into that. And I want them to see all of that too. So, there's a million, we just can't win.
No.
We just can't win.
No.
But yet we win in so many ways. Right.
Yeah.
So.
Well, like they understand, like, yeah, we have clothes and food and opportunities because mom works a lot. So
They do.
that's
And
the thing.
I'm real big on that with them because they know, like, when I get a phone call in real estate, phone calls don't, new leads don't pop up at the ideal moment. That's just not how it works. In fact, it's usually when it's not ideal at all. We're in the car, whatever. But as soon as I say, hey guys, I got to take this call, they are, well, and now they're 10 and 13. So they get it. Like, but even when they were a little bit
they've been
younger,
this
they
way,
knew
yeah.
like, all right, mom has to answer the phone sometimes. Mom has to make money in order for us to be able to do some of the things that we're doing.
Yep.
So it's just, it all goes together.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I mean, okay, so how old are your kids?
Almost 4. She'll
Okay.
be 4 like next week, and 10 as well.
Okay.
So
Okay,
yeah.
fun. So,
it's
are
funny
they,
listening
like-
to them like get this and understand it
Yes.
and what we do? And
Yep.
I said to my 10-year-old at the beginning of the year of like the school year, I said, "What do you tell people like that we do?"
Right.
She's like, "Oh, I tell them because we own the Coop, we own the Nest at that time was opening," and I was like, "What do you tell people?" She's like, "Oh, I tell them that you're business owners and that you're opening a coffee shop."
Sure.
I was like, "Okay, great,
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
awesome."
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. I know.
So it's just funny what they hold on to. And
Oh, absolutely.
our youngest the other day was, taking orders, and there's a little kids area
Love
at the
that.
Nest, and she feels like she owns that place.
Yeah.
So she'll go there, "Oh, Mom, somebody didn't put this back,
Uh-huh.
or somebody wrote on this."
Yep.
Well, that's okay. That's what it's
Yep.
for.
Yep.
And
I love
just
that
funny to
though.
see what they-
I love that. That's how, Jay and Tori, my kids are like that too, where they're, especially Tori, she loves to like come here and do
Yes.
something and, help decorate something or
Yep.
whatever. It's so fun.
Yeah.
It really is. It's nice to be able to have that, something that you've created for yourself and your family, right?
Well, and I always say too, I was in a corporate world. I was working for other people and their life and their family and their
Yes,
dreams.
exactly.
And now, I'm working my butt off for my family and for
Exactly.
our future.
Exactly.
So it's nice that they are seeing that.
Yep.
And they realize how hard we're working, because that's not, they wouldn't have this experience. They wouldn't have.
Right.
They wouldn't be able to see all this behind the scenes business stuff if I was working in a corporate world. 'cause
Exactly.
You can't bring your kids
Exactly.
there. And
They're
I'm
just
like,
like, Mom
"Come
goes to a
on."
building every day. And,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at the Coop, they're chopping up vegetables and
Yeah.
like learning the right way to do that. And
I love that.
Yeah,
That's so cool. So you said you guys own the Coop as well?
Yes.
Okay, so that was your baby as well?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So how does that work? Is that a popular thing like in bigger, I'm wondering, is that like a, bigger cities have a lot of
Yes.
that?
Yep.
Like the shared kitchens
Yeah,
and that
a lot
kind
of times
thing?
you'll hear
Okay.
them called ghost kitchens.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, or
Yep.
incubators. So again, with the whole bird thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes,
It's-
yes.
somebody was like, "What's up with the birds?" And I was like, "Well, it's really not." So our logo for
Sure.
Little Birdies was a little ladybug and a little bluebird.
Okay.
Ladybug for our oldest daughter, Delaney. We've always called her Ladybug.
love that.
And then the youngest, we just always called, such she was like a little bluebird
Yep.
when she was born.
Uh-huh.
So we've just kind of kept that, and they both know I'm the bird and I'm the bug.
Uh-huh.
And it's the Coop incubator kitchen, we were like, okay, incubator, hen house, coop, that just made sense.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I love it. No, I think it's great.
But now it's just a brand.
I love a good
So-
brand.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, brand is so important.
Yeah.
Keeping like a theme with
Yep.
it. I love that. So how does that work with the shared kitchen? Like, is there certain hours like for each business that wants to use it? Can everybody be there at the same time? How do things get cleaned? How does all that work? Because I'm sure there's got to be some processes with all of that, right?
absolutely. And that's so much like learning and failing and learning from your mistakes.
That's what I'm
kind
thinking.
of there
Like,
too.
there's a lot. Any time. Let's face it. We learn to share. Well, we're supposed to learn to share in like kindergarten, right? Mm-hmm. But sharing is always a tough thing. Mm-hmm. Anytime you're sharing anything, you know, even like we are in a shared building. You know, we have our own space, but we're in a shared building. So it's always learning and growing and learning to play nice with everybody, right? So
And
what have you learned with that?
Yeah.
I'm really curious.
No,
I'm
it's
sure
all,
you've learned some good
it's,
stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we've had the people who, you know, it's you have to look through things too, and certain people come to you with certain situations, and it's like, okay, are you going to be able to respect the space?
Sure.
And have to worry about that. Or some people, you just have to think of everything when it comes to that. And then again, implementing the policies. So
Right.
making sure that everybody signs in, they leave, they mark down that they've swept and mopped their area and cleaned up their space. We
Okay.
take care of all the cleaning supplies that's included in their monthly rent.
Okay.
It's a 24/7 facility.
Okay.
It has a little key fob that they can get into.
Sure.
So
Oh,
if
cool.
they're there after hours, after
Yep.
5 o'clock when the doors lock, they can get in. It's totally secured.
Okay.
Outside of that, they have 2 different options for their lease. We do give like a discounted rate at night because some of these people are working long hours. They're
Sure.
working the day, but they really want to get this started at night.
Sure.
So we give a discount at
I
night.
love that.
Yeah, just kind of incentivize
Get people
people.
exactly.
Yeah.
Get people off the ground.
Yep.
Yeah.
They get their own, storage shelf. We've got a walk-in cooler. We've got very limited freezer space, but we have it.
Sure.
We take care of all the towels, everything like that. So
That's awesome.
maintenance, and
Yeah.
then they just need to clean up after themselves.
That's
it.
great. So, are you looking for more? Is there space for more people at this time? More businesses at this time?
There is, yes.
Okay.
Surprisingly, in December, we had quite a few new businesses.
Okay.
The way that licensing works, it's kind of goofy because starting April 1st, you can apply for a new business and you can get licensed as a new mobile trailer.
Okay.
But the years end in June. So at the end of June, then they'll have to get licensed for this next year.
Okay.
So it's kind of goofy. Like if you start in December, you almost have half of a year and then you have to go and repay it again.
Sure.
So sometimes, I'm sorry,
no,
keep
you're
hitting this plant. So then people kind of decide when they want to start based on that, which is why then the food truck season gets busy.
Okay.
So then we have quite a few more, but April is usually a good starting point for people.
Okay.
And we usually have quite a bit of space, and then again, it starts to really get filled up. Sometimes we have wait lists when it comes to summer.
Okay. Very cool. I just love this whole concept.
Yeah.
It's so
Fun.
smart. Like I feel like it would be real. It could be really, really like lucrative on your end of things as the
Yeah.
owners, but also it can benefit so many small businesses that need
Well-
that space to do it and need the commercial space,
Mm-hmm.
right? But don't have the capital to
Right.
go out and, let's face it, when you first start, a little bakery or whatever, you probably don't have, bajillions of dollars to
Yeah.
be investing in all those things.
Yeah,
That's so
Right.
smart.
Kelly, our longtime viewers, of course, know
Yes.
how we feel about a food truck.
We love
I
a
love a
food
good
truck.
food truck. Yeah.
That every event needs a food
Listen,
truck. Or
every
5.
event needs 1 to 5 food trucks and a bouncy house, really, is what they need.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to do the things in the correct order. Bouncy house first.
You
That's
bounce house and
probably-
then get your food from your
That's a
food
good
truck.
idea.
Yeah, exactly. That is, I just love it. So that is so cool. So you've got the Coop. You said, let's talk about your mobile
Yes.
espresso.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is that? What does that entail?
Yeah. So we take the cart.
Okay.
It's, I don't know, 6 feet long maybe.
Yeah.
It's got a knock box on it, which is like I'm gonna get very like technical for you here. When you take that little thing out of the espresso machine
sure.
and you tamp it to get the beans out,
Yes.
right? So
Yep.
it's got a knock box on there for
Okay.
that. It's got like the little bar cleaners where you put the cup on and it
Sure.
sprays it up. It's got one of those and a
Yeah.
sink.
Okay.
So that you can hand wash.
Yeah.
This sounds
There's a
so cute.
fridge inside of it. So we keep all of our milks in there. And then
Okay.
we send bakery, depending on the event. Some people want bakery. Some people just want drinks.
Okay.
We have non-coffee drinks as well.
Okay. So I could say, Alyssa, I'm hosting an event coming up for 30 people or something, and I want this. And then you would just magically show up with the espresso cart.
Yep.
We're going to call it espresso cart, and like baked goods and things as well.
Yep. I know.
That's the cutest
Typically,
thing
you'll
ever.
get my husband. You'll get him
Okay.
usually heading out to events doing that. He
Sure.
kind of heads that up.
So then does he, okay, so that was going to be my next question. So then when he comes and does that, he's staying and like operating everything?
Oh, yeah. Yep. He
Okay.
is making drinks right there for people. We've got, cold or hot. And
I love this.
the espresso machine is right there. We've got all the syrups that we bring. And
This is so great.
Yeah. It's fun. It's like, instead of we always wanted to do a brick and mortar, but I think COVID really scared us because it was like, okay, what if this
Correct.
shuts down again?
Correct.
You don't know
It's
what's
good
going to
to
happen.
have. Yep.
Yeah, so
I
that
agree.
always scared us a little bit after. Once we opened Birdie and we were driving around and we're like, it's kind of cool to be able to go to our customers.
Sure.
Rather than
Yeah.
them always having to come to us.
Absolutely.
And now we'll just have the two options.
I love that. I love that. So if people want that option, they're just reaching out to like Birdie Co.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They can just reach out to us on our Facebook or Instagram. We've got all of our contact information there and some forms too, that like event forms that
Sure.
people can fill out if they want specific events, or just always message us.
I mean,
or-
you know that I'm going to be, Nick, I'm going to be doing this at some
I
point.
know.
For something. Like you already know that this will be happening.
Yeah.
what is your like go-to coffee order?
Do you know what? I'm going to be really honest with you. I haven't gotten into coffee until the
Okay.
last like year or two.
Okay.
My mom,
Yeah.
shout out to our mom every week. We shout out to her.
Yeah.
Mom always said, Cal, when you're older, you're going to love it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always like, yeah, okay. And then I just never loved it.
Yeah.
But in the last year or so, I have gotten more into it because I feel that it is magic.
Yeah.
And it really just picks you up, wakes you up. So, I mean, I'm kind of like a frou-frou, like iced caramel macchiato,
Yes.
that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yep.
that's really
you
up
would like
my alley.
our cinnamon roll latte.
Ooh,
It's got
that sounds so good.
cream cheese cold foam on top of it too. Like it's like
Yum.
an actual cinnamon roll in a drink. It's so good.
I love
That's a
that.
good one.
I love that. Sounds so good.
And we get our coffee beans right from New Morning Coffee
New Morning?
Roasters.
Oh.
We work with
Roasters
them.
right there. That's
Theirs is very good.
awesome.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so good.
That's so cool. I love that. Everything is like local.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
we love that. We are so like community over competition.
Yes.
We would rather like stand next to people rather than
Collaborate.
not. So
I love that.
Sabi Culinary Services, like I mentioned before, she's one of our chefs at the Coop. So she does a lot of our lunch menu planning and creation, and then we take it from the Coop,
Sure.
bring it to the Nest.
Okay.
And I will never again name something the blank because I get so confused on it now. But then we take it to the Nest, and our employees then put together the sandwiches or whatever items she sends over. So she
Sure.
does soup all the time. Everything is local. So she
love
gets
that.
all of her ingredients local. She cooks seasonally.
Okay.
And she does in-home. She's great. We'll have to talk about her too.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, that sounds amazing.
And then we use the meat block is out by us.
Okay.
So we use all the meat from there, like
Sure.
the ham and the turkey that we get
Sure.
is from the meat block.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we really try and do a lot local and
So
Tria.
you have
we're gonna work
food
with them.
out there every day.
We do. We have breakfast and lunch.
Yum.
Yeah. We've got
cute
your
little
typical
coffee.
like breakfast burritos,
Yeah.
but we also do a sourdough special is what we call
Sure.
it. It's a sourdough biscuit with herbs and cheese, and then it's bacon,
Sounds
egg,
good.
and cheese
So
on
good.
it. Yeah.
That sounds so good.
Cinnamon rolls. We're very well known for our cinnamon rolls and our giant salted caramel chocolate chip cookies. It's like
All
our-
sounds
yeah.
amazing.
I'm really glad I had lunch right before this.
I know. I was gonna say this sounds so good. So and it sounds like it's probably just a fun, like the Nest is just a fun little like gathering spot, and
Yeah.
people probably come in there for meetings
Yep.
and things.
It's very family friendly. A lot
Sure.
of moms, a lot of stay at home moms
Sure.
and their kiddos are, we've got like Bible study groups that come in there
Yeah.
and the Friday morning group of old men. Like it's
Yeah.
just a really cool little space.
I love
It's so
that.
warm and it reminds me of like going to grandma's house. You know what I
That's
mean?
great.
You walk in, it's warm. It smells like bakery, and like you just want to be there.
Yes.
I could be there 24/7 and never get sick of it. I mean, I just love
I
it there.
love that.
But
I love that. A
have
nice,
kids.
warm, beautiful smelling, cozy atmosphere. Like, what more can you want? I mean, that's just fantastic.
yeah, it's been a lot
I
of
love
fun.
that. So you've got the coop, the nest. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think, I'm trying to think of like some more like bird things that we can, maybe. She's like, no, we don't need any more.
Yeah, like
We do have to come up with a fun name for the new truck, though.
oh.
So open to suggestions.
Oh my
on
gosh.
that.
Okay, you guys, you've all heard it here first. We need a name for
Drop
the
it in the
new
comments.
truck. Yes. Put it in the
Free
comments.
coffee for whoever.
I love this. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
if they choose the name that you give them.
Yep.
Free
Yep.
coffee.
Free
Yeah.
coffee
You
for
heard it
you.
here.
I love that. Okay, so how do you handle all of this though in a day? It sounds
Yeah.
like a lot.
Yeah.
Are you out running a coffee shop? Do you have employees at this point?
We do. We've
Okay.
got about 22 employees
Oh
right
my-
now.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Gosh.
And that ranges from full-time people, I know, out of high school that are
Sure.
working this full-time as their job.
Yep.
Some women that just want to like make some extra money after
Mm-hmm.
their full-time job, or like, this is kind of their outlet to get away from the kids.
Yes.
Maybe they're with their kids all week long,
Right.
or whatever it is.
Right.
We've got high schoolers on up, and we've had a really great experience so far.
That's
honestly. We've gotten very lucky. Obviously, people have been sick and things like that,
Sure.
where we've been low on staff. But for the most part, we have a full staff, and everybody is helpful and like truly just loves to be there too.
Sure.
And yeah, it's just
22 though. That's amazing. Good for you.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've got two that are full time. One for sure. One is a full time baker. The other one goes between being barista and a baker. So Tuesdays are our days that we're closed.
Okay.
So I had both of the girls in there today.
Sure.
And then I was up front working on prep stuff as well. We've got a big event tomorrow and just being open in general. So
Yeah.
everybody's always kind of working on a few different things.
Right. Yeah, because you're running the nest.
Yes.
And then obviously you've got to make sure everything's going good at the coop.
Yes.
How much time do you guys end up spending there?
Not as much as we should, to be
you
completely
can only
honest,
do
because
so
we
much in a
just
day.
opened.
Yeah.
Right. Just opened Birdie or the Nest.
Yeah.
And we now have a general manager. So we brought her on in December,
Smart.
and she's been great. She's got like 20 years of restaurant experience.
Okay.
She's phenomenal.
Okay.
So that has allowed us now to be able to kind of step back and say, okay,
Yes.
now what do we really need to work on? My husband Austin's going to start working on the truck. And I'll be able to focus more on the coop. And right now that is, do we truly have time for that? Or are we going to hire this person because
Sure.
it makes more sense
Yep.
to bring on someone and to
Yes.
have them kind of head that up?
Yep.
So
Well, highest
that's
and
where
best
we're at.
use of time,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Highest and best use of time. It's
yeah.
one of those things, I used to go to, I mean, I still do go to conferences and things. And if you don't have an admin, you are the admin.
Exactly.
If you don't have,
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, but it's always scary, right? When you first start hiring people, because it's like, is this going to work?
Yes.
Is this going to work? Am I going to, and you're hiring someone, they're relying on income as well. And there's just so many things involved. in
Yeah.
it,
It's a
right?
scary place to be a little bit.
Yeah.
But then you see, all these employees and they're
Yeah.
all working together, like this
Right.
big
It's like,
group of random people that you're
Look at what we
bringing
put
in and
together.
saying, okay,
Yeah.
work together
Yeah.
and make it good.
yes, and make it good.
and
Yep.
positive.
Yep.
So that was one thing we said, like right off the bat, we're not doing the drama.
No.
So like
I'm
if
the same way.
there's anything, you guys figure it out outside.
Yep.
But when you come in, you're happy.
Absolutely.
And if you're not, I'm gonna make you happy. so I'm gonna make
agree.
you wear a mustache.
No,
or
I hear
something,
you. Right.
So.
Yes. No, I completely agree with you. I'm the same way. I'm so the same way. Like,
just
we're
like-
not going to have drama on the team. No
Mm-hmm.
way.
It's easier just to say that, and
Mm-hmm.
and then there's no reason.
Correct.
So yeah.
I'm trying to imagine somebody just like angrily baking, like just throwing the muffin pan in there. Oh,
A lot
my
of times
gosh.
it's something that didn't work out. That's when we get angry as bakers. But when you're messing with like sugar, you can't really be mad.
You
Right?
really can't,
No.
can you? Yeah, I mean,
And there's cookies coming out
happy
of the
stuff,
oven. Like,
right?
you can't
It's
be
happy
mad.
things.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So yeah, you guys have really just, wow, in 4 years, you've done a lot.
Yes.
Did you ever, was this all just because, you were baking and you were like, I really like this? Or was this something that earlier in life you did think about?
Yeah, absolutely. So my parents moved out of my childhood home a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And I found a notebook, like, the parents move, they bring you just a box of stuff. They're like, here you go. I don't want it anymore. Well, in that was a couple of notebooks. And one of them was like, it was like a hair salon that I would own. And it was like the Nifty 50s. And it was going to be
so
all
cute.
retro vibed. So I had like pictures drawn out.
So you had your
and, like,
entrepreneurial spirit.
I guess so, but I don't know where. Like, both of my parents are, they both worked.
Sure.
They weren't. I mean, my mom did Pampered Chef growing up.
Okay.
So maybe I kind of
Little
saw that
something.
and was like, this
Sure.
is cool.
Right.
And yeah,
Right.
I don't know, but it's everybody always supported it. You know,
Yeah.
everybody always like, oh, this
Sure.
is great. This is cool. And
Yeah.
it's just it's a. I
I love
never
that.
grew up thinking like I'm gonna
Sure.
be a baker.
Sure. Sure. But look
but
at you.
here
I
am.
mean, look at all you've done. That's, in my family too, I guess we don't really have a lot of like small business owners or I've thought about this recently.
No?
I was kind of the first to go that route. I think I just really, again, going back to what you said, I wanted to build something that was mine
Yeah.
and work for me. And I knew that I could work really hard. And I always was a hard worker, but like I came from the corporate world too before all of this. And, there were so many things about it that drove me crazy. No disrespect. I mean, we need the corporate world. We
Yep,
need
absolutely.
we need everybody to be doing what they're doing. But I'm just saying, for me, like it would drive me crazy when I would work really late and then the next day my boss would be like, make sure you're back on time from lunch, and it's like, okay, well, there's got to be a little. So that's what I like about, when you work for yourself, it's like, I think you probably, I know I work more than I did before.
yeah.
Way more,
Yeah.
right? But you have some choices and
Yes.
some flexibility that
Yes.
you don't get when you're working for somebody else.
Yeah.
So.
And you have a team. You've built up a team
Yes.
that's different too. I mean, it's its own animal
For
once
sure.
you get to that point.
Yes.
And just to be even a little bit more lenient with them where, we've had a couple different issues here and there just with like life things happening
Life.
for our staff.
Exactly.
And
Life happens.
the way that I approached it was very different than you would typically get in a kitchen. In a lot of kitchens, if you're going to have a motion, get out.
Yep.
It's not
Right.
that, and that's not how I am.
Sure.
So it's kind of like almost trying to change the
Yes.
industry too
I
a
love
little
that.
bit
Yep.
because I don't.
It's got to start somewhere.
It does.
No, I
So-
love that. I think that's so great. It really is. That's awesome. So what kinds of things do you guys, what are you forecasting for?
Yes.
Not that you need to do, again, you don't have to do something big every year.
Yeah. No.
She's like, no, we do not. But like, what kinds of things are you thinking about what are some goals for, this next year?
2026 is going to all let me start back on that. 2026 is just going to be about keeping the quality
Sure.
while we grow.
I love that.
Because we are growing. We have grown really quick. The difference that we're seeing now is that everyone is used to the way that Alyssa made things, and everybody is used to the way that Austin made his drinks. So we need to duplicate that because we don't want a customer leaving and saying,
That's the hardest part.
okay, this doesn't taste the same as
The
it did.
hardest part.
Yeah.
I completely hear you on that. And I think that's no matter what you do, I mean, with stuff like that, I think it's even more intricate, right? But even like with what we do, it's like for a long time, I was just Kelly Davies, the realtor myself. And maybe I had like one part-time assistant. And so people were very used to just me.
Yes.
And so, and I don't expect my team to be clones of me, but we all kind of have to have like the same outlook and the same
Yes.
type of, personality and things because people got so used to that and that's what they want. And so then it's like, and not everybody likes me. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying the people that do come to you, come to you for a reason,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
And so then it's really hard when you're trying to Yeah, especially with something like what you guys do. Or
Yeah.
like I have a friend that owns a hair salon.
Sure.
It's hard to, not everybody's going to cut and
Yep.
color and do everything the exact same
Yep.
way.
And that's why, there was quite not an uproar, but, Greenville's little. So
Greenville is little.
the Greenville Wash.
Everybody
Oh, my
yes.
goodness.
Oh,
Like-
girl, I'm in Kimberly and it's the same thing.
It's crazy.
I know.
So it's, why do we need another coffee shop? And what is, blah, blah, blah. Well,
Everybody's got an opinion.
exactly. And we go and try these other businesses because everybody likes something different.
Correct.
So what I like isn't what you like.
Right.
And what you like isn't what I like. And
Right.
that's okay.
Right.
We have
You know, that's-
customers that are,
Yes.
there are people. But we
Bingo.
also have some people that are not the type of customer, and that's okay
Yes.
because there is 3 other businesses
Yes.
that they can go and
I agree. That's such a great way to look at things. I can honestly say that I am at peace with that. It took far too long for me to get to a place where I wasn't for a long time because, well, I'm a people pleaser by nature.
Sure.
Big time. I always say I'm a recovering people pleaser. But I wanted to fit everybody into, the same little container.
Yep.
And I wanted that container to be Kelly Davies and everybody loves you. And that it was just not the way the world works.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yep.
And we've gotten really good, like at, up front, we tell people, if you work with us here in the, like with me on the buy side of things, I don't show houses really anymore. You're going to work with my team managers here in the office. They're amazing. But we work as a team. Now, the cool thing is that pretty much anytime you want to see a house, we're going to be able to show it to you in a moment's notice for the most part. You're not waiting on my schedule and maybe I can't get you in for 2 or 3 days because it's so booked. Because that's what
Exactly.
happens
Yep.
as you grow, right? So, there's that. But that's not going to be what everybody wants. And I've finally, I've made peace with that. It's
Yeah.
one of the best things to just know
for
that
you.
there's because it took me a really long time.
I know, it's gonna take a
like
while. It'll
I
take
feel
a
like
while.
you're doing pretty good with it though.
Yeah.
I feel
It's
like
just- there are-
there's options.
Yeah.
And like you said, we can all work as a community together and support each other. It doesn't have to be this constant, cutthroat competition. There can be healthy competition.
Right. But when you said before, once the emotion gets into it or once people realize that there's money involved,
Yes.
people get nasty.
Yes, they
and
do.
It's okay,
I know.
I get it, but
Right.
we're all just trying to do our best.
We're all trying to do our best. And we all have, we all have certain strengths and other people have different,
Yep.
and it's like when somebody calls me for commercial real estate, I'm like, you know what? I've got just the person for you. In most
Exactly,
cases.
yes.
It depends on what it is, but in most cases.
Yep.
Because that's just that is not my forte.
And you're not going to pretend it is.
No.
That is the definition right there of community over competition.
Yeah.
Because rather than saying, "Oh yeah, I don't do it, but I can," and keeping that, where somebody calls me for those beautiful sugar cookies, I am not your girl.
Sure.
Or that beautiful towered tiered wedding
Sure.
cake.
Sure.
Call Kristen over at Kindred.
Sure.
That is what she specializes
Sure.
in. You
right.
know.
Right.
And so
And
we've got a really
it's
great
cyclical
group
because she's
Yes.
gonna say, "Hey,
Yep.
right, call Alyssa for the
Exactly.
And that's where this all. And that's honestly, I love. Okay, so being a realtor, I feel like it's our job to be in the know, truly, and that'll always be one of my favorite things is in the know of the 920. But promoting the community and all of that, and I love promoting businesses. I love learning about people's journeys. I love the whole process. But again, it's all cyclical, right? So we've met, and now I know more about what you do, and I'm going to use your business for things, and hopefully at some point you have somebody that works for you or yourself or whoever that wants to buy or sell, and then you're coming, you know what I mean? And
Exactly.
so it's a big circle, and it can
Yes.
be so much more profitable that
Yes.
way than
Working
the
alone.
the cutthroat competition,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So I think that's so great.
Yeah.
That's
It's
so
fun.
great.
It's fun when you get to do stuff with other people.
Yes.
Just is.
That is so cool. So you're going to continue, when you say continue to grow, but you're not looking at opening other locations at this
No,
point?
goodness, no.
She's like, no, we're
By
No.
2027, they're building a theme park.
Oh man, listen.
park.
Yeah. Oh, no. I think 26 she'll just be, we're gonna like, I'd say ease into it, but it hasn't been an ease because we got this thing up and running within a month and a half.
Yeah,
but it's like, now we're going to enjoy it.
I love
Okay.
that.
There you go.
We're going to enjoy it. We're going to, now that we've got a GM and we're getting these people in positions, once they're comfortable and they're doing, what they should be doing, and then we can really truly step away a little bit and say, okay, we didn't get to do this last year with our kids because we were working like crazy. We're going to do that this year.
Do it. Yep.
So it's going to be a lot more.
I love that. No, that's such a good point, because I think going back to what I was saying earlier too about, when you look at like the studies show like the wealthiest people, and I certainly am not even in that realm of possibilities. I'm just saying, like, entrepreneurs in general, I think always we have that, well, now what's next?
I know.
We're either refining processes, making up new processes, new things, okay, now we're going to add this, we're going to do that. What's next? What's next? What's next?
Yeah. More
And
products,
at some
right?
point, I think you just, it's okay to like take a breath and be like, you know what? Right now, things are pretty darn good. Let's keep doing this for a little bit.
Yep.
Before we, what's next?
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
It's okay to just like be happy.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Yeah.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. Tell us a little bit more. You were going to talk about, I think you said, what is it? Sabi
Culinary Services.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Chef Vanessa, she, again, is one of our renters. She's the one that does the lunch options for us. She is great. She works out of the Coop. We do a bunch of different classes. So she'll do like a knife skills class.
Sure.
Vicky, one of our other gals, just did like a pasta making class.
I need all of those
sourdough
classes.
classes. I mean, we host a bunch of different classes. She also does in-home restaurant experiences. So she comes to your home with like a 5-course or 4-course, whatever you want, meal.
That is so great.
She prepares everything at the Coop.
Okay.
Brings it to your home. She brings the plates, the napkins, the silverware, the cups, everything. When she leaves your house after, it's like nothing ever happened. It's amazing. It's so nice. My husband did it for one of my birthdays. I'm just lucky because I get Vanessa's cooking a lot, but it's phenomenal. But she's also at a lot of different farmers markets.
Okay.
She goes down to Schmaltz Orchard.
This is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. She's great food. I mean, she's like classically trained. Like
talent here too, local.
Yeah.
This
a lot of people don't know about what
I
we
didn't
have
know
here.
No, I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's another reason why I absolutely love doing this every week, because if I didn't take the time to do it, and there's a lot of weeks, honestly, just we're all human, where I'm like, oh my God, we're so busy today, right? Like, do we really have time for this? Yeah. And it's like, no, we're doing this. Because if you don't make the time for certain things, it'll just never happen.
Absolutely.
That's so great. I'm so like, I just love everything that you're doing and everything about you and your entrepreneurial spirit. And we're just going to get some espresso in here.
Yeah.
We're going to get some baked goods. We're going to go to the Nest. I love that.
So you guys are on social media?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. How do we find you?
Yes. So we are on TikTok.
Okay, perfect.
Yes. Are you making TikToks? Are you doing it?
am.
Okay,
I feel
I'm
like
trying
a
to
little
force us to do it
cringy.
too. I know. Well, I feel like you and I,
You
we're
have
at that,
to be cringe.
where it's like,
I know. I'm not cool anymore.
I
Like,
hear you.
Now that the moms have found out about 6'7", my 10-year-old's like, it's not even cool anymore. My mom found out.
Hold on. Speaking of 6'7", okay, I'm really proud of myself. My kids are
boy.
rolling their eyes. So, we're going to Disney next week, and traditionally, when we go to Disney, I get like 1 or 2 days of family shirts. Okay? The shirt that I got has a 6'7", and then like the Mickey hands are coming out of the 6'7". And my kids are like, I'm like so proud of myself. I'm like, everybody, because people there are going to be like, oh my gosh, that's so great.
Yeah.
Oh, 6'7" all day long, probably.
Yeah, it's a dead meme because the old people found it.
My kids, I know. My kids are like, oh my God, Mom. And I'm like, I'm so proud of myself.
Right? And that's like that's its own step in motherhood.
Yeah.
It's like, you're going to be embarrassed of me, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Because I love it.
Right. Yeah. And I tell them, by the way, I tell them all the time, I'm like, you like think I'm so embarrassing and so nerdy, but like I was actually kind of cool, okay, back in the day. So just know that. Just live with that.
Yeah.
I was probably always a huge nerd, but I guess I thought I was okay, you know?
Yeah,
I thought I was
right.
fun. I thought I was decent.
What do you have to
Jeez,
say on
they're
that?
so
What
embarrassed.
was that?
What do you have to say on that?
Yeah.
No, Kelly was always one of the popular kids.
Well, there you go. There you have it.
I don't know about that.
But yeah, I remember a time I used to, like when I was in high school, I would not accept a Facebook friend request from anybody that was over the age of 40, even if they were related to me.
He was very.
I would
yeah.
block them immediately.
I would be like, Nick, did you see what, so and so in our family posted? And he's like, no, I didn't, because I'm not friends with them. And I'm like, this might be you might be on to something.
Now looking back, I'm like, well, I was probably still right, but
Yeah,
But here
it's
we
okay.
are.
It's okay.
So yes, TikTok. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start watching your TikToks because you know what? Again, I'm like forcing myself to do that as well. That's one of our things for this year. I'm like, we got to do more stuff on TikTok and social media and all the things. So
Got to keep up with the kids.
very cool.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then obviously people can find you at your brick and mortar.
Yes.
The Nest
The
in
Nest
Greenville.
In Greenville. Yep.
Okay.
What is it? North 1723 Hyacinth Drive, or the old subway building.
Okay. Okay. The old subway building
Yep.
in Greenville. Perfect. So people can find you out there. What are the hours that you're open, my dear?
We are open 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays.
Okay.
6 p.m. to 3 p.m. 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Friday, Saturday, Sundays.
Perfect. So the only day you're closed is Tuesday.
Correct. Yep.
Beautiful. Great. Well, you'll see me out there. I'm coming. I'm coming.
yeah.
I'll be there.
This is going to be great. Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing everything.
Thanks for having me.
I just loved learning about all of this. And again, I know when you're in the thick of it, it's like you don't always stop and think about all the things that you've accomplished, but you've done a lot in 4 years.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Thank you. Very
That's
much.
awesome.
Appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you for being here. All right. Well, Alyssa, I was telling you, and our loyal listeners know that we're really campaigning for Charlie Behrens to come on the show.
Yes.
And at
Hi,
some point,
Charlie.
I feel like it's going to happen. Hi, Charlie.
tell your folks I says hi.
I says.
Yeah.
So we're reading from his book, and this week in the Midwest Survival Guide, we're talking about ice fishing, which is obviously a huge pastime
Yeah.
here in.
Tough to do today. It's too warm out there.
I know, hey, and it's only
Golly.
January. Gosh.
Yeah.
So Charlie says about ice fishing. Fishing can be demanding. He says now add 184 pounds of layering, Arctic winds, and 2 feet of solid ice between you and the fish, and you have a bit of recreation that many Midwesterners do all winter long. I did it growing up. I don't do it now because I'm not very outdoorsy myself, but I did it a lot growing up. Probably because I had to do it a lot growing up, and one time I stepped in a hole.
Yeah.
Oh.
That sucked.
Yeah.
They always say like on the ice, don't walk backwards, but I
Yeah.
did. And then I stepped right into a hole.
Shoot.
Whether participants are in tricked out heated trailers watching the game with half a dozen friends or hunched alone on some 5-gallon bucket, ice fishing accounts for a quarter of all fish caught recreationally in the Midwest. It's also dangerous. See, he says it's dangerous and often fruitless, fishless endeavor. But any chance, clearly any chance, to get outside is still better than a day wasted indoors. Now, again, I don't personally feel that way. I like the indoors.
Well, you said a day wasted. It's, if you're enjoying it, that's different.
Sure. There are dozens of tips we could give, from wearing camouflage to befuddle the fish to keeping the hole unthawed with a can of hot coals or a cooked brat. Have you ever heard of that, Nick? I've never heard
No,
of that.
I do
I haven't heard of that
appreciate.
strategy.
I appreciate that he threw in the unthawed. It's a very
Unthawed.
Midwest
It's
term.
totally Midwest. But it takes 6 pages alone just to tell you how to distinguish if the ice is really frozen. So before you pull on those new shanty panties, he says, and we all know that's one of my favorite words to never
Shanty.
say ever. Or get to experience the joy of watching a first-time ice fisher's face when they first hear that melodious crack of ice, which is actually usually proof the ice is freezing more. It's the quiet ice you gotta worry about. Here's all you need to know. Go out with someone who really knows what they're doing. Someone with Corbel in their tackle box.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh, I love this. He says also, don't ever drive your car onto the lake. We legally have to say that, knowing you're going to anyway. That being the case, always keep your windows open when driving on said ice for a quick James Bond escape if needed. Also, no seatbelts. Don't put your seatbelt on if you're going out on the ice. Out there, it may be click it or ticket, but on the ice, it's click it and sink with it. Remember, this isn't your grandpa's ice. The ice climate has changed a lot since he retrofitted that old Cadillac with fishing holes in the floorboards. I love it. I love it. Nick, do you ice fish?
I haven't in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I know that I own at least one tip-up.
Oh, a tip up. I haven't heard that word in forever either. Yeah.
No, I honestly can't remember the last time I went ice fishing.
Okay. Alyssa, do you ice fish?
I don't have time, Kelly.
Girl,
Just kidding.
I hear you.
No, I have in the past.
Yeah.
But it's been a long time too.
It can be enjoyable.
Yeah. I guess it can be fun once you get out there. And like, I remember as a kid, like I'd bring my ice skates and skate around on the ice, and all the adults would gather in the little ice shanty and drink their drinks. And I feel like it's so Midwest.
Very.
So Midwest. Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Good memories though.
Good memories. Well, for all of you that are out there, ice fishing, have a great time.
Yeah.
I'll be there with you in spirit. Yes, and be safe. Be safe. Yes. All right. Well, guess what? We also have some weekend events to talk about for this coming weekend. And Nick, I'll start with the first one. How about that?
You're going to start with the first one.
I'm going to start with the first one.
Wow.
Okay. So this weekend, Cuban salsa class and Latin dance social.
Yummy.
This is happening. Yummy, he says. This is happening Friday at 7 p.m. at Calaveras. Calaveras is so fun. 511 West College Ave. Start your weekend right by learning something new. This Friday, January 16th, they're hosting a full night of dancing at Calaveras in Appleton. Never danced before? The beginner room at 7 p.m. is the perfect place to start. Already have the basics of casino and Rueda de Casino down? Okay, that just botched that. Join the intermediate room to learn a new Cuban salsa sequence. Stick around for the social from 8 to 10 and the late night DJ set to dance the night away. Okay. So you can go to Calaveras at 7, you can learn, and then you can stay and show off your new moves.
Wow.
And drink some tequila while
I was
going
to say, and I bet you as the tequila gets drank, the moves get better and better.
Yes.
So there you go, Friday night.
Fun.
All right. Nick, what do you have?
I have Core Community Night, Dinner, and Magic. Friday, 5:15 p.m.
Okay. That's very specific.
Salvation Army of Greater Green Bay, 626 Union Court in Green Bay. Looking to add a little magic to your life?
Yes.
Bring your family to our upcoming Core Community Night. Join us at the Core Community Center, located at 626 Union Court, on Friday, January 16th, starting at 5:15 p.m. for dinner and a magic show. The event is free for the community.
Free!
We hope to see you there. So 5:15 to 6, dinner is served downstairs. 6:15 to 7:15, show by Mischief and Magic in the chapel.
Very cool. So the Salvation Army of Greater Green Bay is putting that on. That's awesome. Free.
Very neat.
If you're looking for a free Friday night activity for the family, there you go. All right. This one I think is probably right up my alley. Girls' Night, the musical. Friday, 8 p.m. at the Grand in Oshkosh, which is 100 High Ave in Oshkosh. Girls' Night, the musical, has been thrilling audiences and earning rave reviews since its sensational off-Broadway debut. This touching and hilarious Tell It Like It Is musical takes audiences on a journey into the lives of a group of female friends. Sounds like fun. Audience members can't help but laugh, cry, and sing and dance in the aisles. Follow 5 friends as they visit their past, celebrate their present, and look to the future on a wild and hilarious night out. And you'll recognize yourself in each of them, described as Desperate Housewives meets Mamma Mia, and as funny and outrageous as Sex and the City. Girls' Night is bursting with energy and packed with hits like Lady Marmalade, It's Raining Men, Man, I Feel Like a Woman, I Will Survive, and more. Tickets are available online or at the Grand Box Office. I was just going to say, well, I'm going to tell Bill that's what we're doing on Friday. My husband would be like, no, Kelly, find a girl to go with. But that sounds like a lot of fun. So that's happening on Friday. And then, Nick, what do you got?
This one sounds interesting.
Okay.
I have Glow-in-the-Dark Trap Shoot, Saturday at 4 p.m. This is W7832 Winnegamie Drive in Neenah.
Okay.
Sign up is open for the first glow-in-the-dark trap shoot of the new year. We will also be running a 50 birdie event during the day, so come and double up your shooting and winnings. Registration opens at 4 p.m. Start time 5 p.m.
Okay.
Pre-register to secure your squad. Individual sign-up allowed. Additional rounds and fun shoots available as time allows.
Very
Contact
cool.
Kevin. We'll have his info in the thing.
In the newsletter. In the thing, Nicholas.
So
In the newsletter that we send out every week. It'll be in there.
I assume all of the important safety precautions are taken for shooting stuff in the dark.
I
You'd
would
assume so.
I would assume. We would assume so.
Yeah.
And that actually sounds really fun. And it sounds
gonna
like
say,
something my
actually.
husband would love. Seriously.
yeah.
That's really cool.
I would do that. That'd be
Yes,
fun.
for sure. All right. Well, that sounds like there's a lot of good things happening this weekend in the 920. I mean, for a winter weekend,
Yeah.
get out there
It's
and enjoy
toasty.
it. And if you're going to go out on the ice, well, if there is ice to go out on, don't walk backwards. Don't step into a hole, right? And thank you again so much, Alyssa, for being here with us. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. To contact the Kelly Davies Homes team for all of your buying and selling needs, call 920-791-9047. Find us on Facebook at the Kelly Davies Homes team or go to kellydavieshomes.com.